That dull noise that you hear off in the distance right now are the collective screams and shrieks of the worst actors in media crying out in agony as all of their dirty, degenerate, and unhinged conspiracy theories about Charlie Kirk's murder go up in flames in a Utah courthouse as the prosecutors roll out demonstrable evidence, video, DNA, and otherwise, that prove that Tyler Robinson, a left-wing Antifa-connected troon, killed Charlie Kirk out of malice and out of hatred. And that's been proven today in the pre-trial rulings by the judge, who's finally allowing the American public to see all of the evidence. And before jumping into this, a really quick editorial note. We have been consistent in calling for all of the evidence to be released to the American public. We trust the American public as a reasonable and moral people that will come to a rational conclusion. But in the time period between the release of the prosecutor's evidence and now, very bad and malicious actors have, for personal profit and because of personal vendettas against the Kirk family and Turning Point USA, weaponized this murder in order to sow division, to distract from the actual forces that killed Charlie that day, which is left-wing extremism and violence, and to poison the minds of the potential jurors and the American public against a righteous prosecution here. It is a eternal evil visited upon the Kirk family. It is an immorality. It is against my Christian faith to do this to a widow. It is unspeakably evil, and we denounce it. And you can see that evil in action here just a week ago, where Candace Owens says that Tyler Robinson never even went to the campus at UVU. She never stepped foot on the campus.
Who do you think is behind this?
I don't
Do you think
Tyler Robinson was there.
You don't think he was there?
No. I think he's a total patsy.
Oh, okay. Well, interesting, because today there were nearly an hour's worth of footage released to the American public of Tyler Robinson at the campus. Multiple visits, 4 total visits that day, with his vehicle, his license plate, his face full and clear on the camera. You can track his every movement and see that Tyler Robinson was not only there, but they have the footage of the actual shot being taken from the roof and Tyler Robinson crawling and jumping off that roof. So every single conspiracy up and atomized in an instant. Let's go through all of the evidence. I've been waiting to do this show. Here we go. Judge rules surveillance video from the UVU campus, Tyler Robinson, can be broadcast to the public in the courthouse, becoming clear that there's a lot of video evidence that we haven't seen, which is why we have held off. The wild speculation could have gotten a lot of clicks on it, I guess, but it's evil to do something like this, especially when people's lives are at stake, when justice hangs in the balance. And here we go. Hopefully we will see some justice. Here, a video compilation of Tyler Robinson visiting the UVU campus 4 times, stretching out into the early morning of September 11th. It's going to be submitted and broadcast to the media. Here's the video.
Let's go ahead and put it on all screens. No, I appreciate it. It is so it is admitted and may be published to the screens. And just want to make sure it's on your screen, Agent. All right. All right. Mr. Sturgill, you may proceed.
Appreciate that, Judge. Thank you. Go ahead. Okay, what are we seeing here, Agent Hall?
That's the vehicle that is believed to belong to Mr. Robinson arriving in the parking garage on campus.
At what time in the morning? What time of the day?
It's approximately 8:30 in the morning on September 10th, 2025.
And what leads you to believe that this particular vehicle belongs to Mr. Robinson?
Information that was provided regards to driver's license and Department of Motor Vehicle records. The vehicle fits the description of a vehicle owned by Mr. Robinson.
Is there anything unique about that vehicle that stands out to you?
The shape of the vehicle is very distinct, but predominantly the wheels were very distinctive on this version of the vehicle.
Now what do we see?
The driver of the vehicle exits the vehicle and then walks on foot to exit the parking garage.
So they have Tyler Robinson. You can see Tyler Robinson walking here. You can see him going down the stairs. You can see him walking back to his car. You can see him returning. You can see him walking to a Chick-fil-A and then eating at a Chick-fil-A. You can see then Tyler Robinson returning right before Charlie Kirk was shot, walking now with a limp, which is very interesting. Potentially, this could show that he is carrying a gun barrel in his pants or on the side of his shirt. And here he goes up the stairs. And then here is very interesting. The prosecutors say you can see him jumping onto the roof and then laying in a prone position over Charlie Kirk and taking the shot.
As you can see on the video here, there is a cut through there north of the Losi building, and that's Mr. Robinson coming up the sidewalk. He has the noticeable gait or limp in his walk. And then he moves south across the front of the Losi building.
On the sidewalk?
Yes, correct.
Walk.
The building goes parking lot to the Losi building, and Mr. Robinson is appearing on the exterior staircase, which gives access to the Losi building roof and the area where the railing was.
And again, let's break that image into quadrants. Where would he be located if you broke it into quadrants?
It's in the top right, and the individual
there.
can be seen
Right there.
moving under the notations that are on the video.
You can see it right here. There it is, right there. You see him? Actual
And
footage
what time
of
is this?
Robinson on the roof.
It's just after noon, about 12:15
On what day?
on September 10th, 2025.
What just happened, or what did we just see happen?
The individual actually kind of rolls over the railing
this?
onto the roof of the Losi
there?
building.
All right. Go ahead, sir.
You can see him moving
And
around.
again, in the top left corner, the individual is now seen running across the rooftop of the Losi building to what would be the southwest corner of the building, crouching down and then crawling to the corner of the building.
And this is at what time?
Around 12:23. I think the timestamp on the video is 12:22
On the 10th.
on September 10th, yes,
So we're
2025.
clear. This is the roof of the Losi building.
Correct.
Oh. Well, I thought that Tyler Robinson didn't step foot on campus that day. Going to have a hard time explaining this one. But I do sincerely look forward to it. If you had evidence, then you better throw it up right now that somebody's lying. If you have something other than Charlie came to you in a dream, or you just have a bad feeling about this, now would be the time. In other words, Candace Owens is a liar and a modern-day cult leader. You can see here, the prosecutors just presented footage of someone believed to be Tyler Robinson rolling over the railing of the Losi Student Center and moving into a prone position seconds before Charlie was shot. You can see that he's walking with a limp as though he had perhaps a gun barrel down the side of his body. Robinson's alleged movements are being mapped out by the prosecutors. Here's what we got. The first part of the video is very clear. It's not grainy. It appears to show Robinson pulling into the parking garage, getting out of his silver Dodge Challenger. You can even see his license plate there. In the morning, he walked the campus. He made contact with the Turning Point representatives, allegedly asking about when the event would be that day. Second time he comes on campus on foot later that morning, he stopped to eat at a Chick-fil-A. He left campus around 11 a.m. The third time he comes back to the campus, also on foot. He's scoped out. The second time, Hull noticed that he's walking with a limp. It seemed that the limp was caused by hiding a rifle in the pant leg. It shows the man appeared to be Robinson going onto the staircase leading to the roof of the Losi building, where the officer said he saw a sniper post. It shows a man lying in a prone position on the Losi building, and Hull maintains that this is Robinson. The man can be seen then running across the rooftop building after he fired the shot, jumping down onto the grass and moving away from the building. So I don't know what else. What else are you going to do here? What else is there? Every single conspiracy theory atomized in a single day, in a single moment, with demonstrable and empirical evidence. Medical examiner also testified, reported that the cause of death was a gunshot wound to the neck. There was no other injury for Charlie. So this is not an exploding microphone from Israel. Turning Point USA turned over all high-definition footage from their cameras of the shooting to law enforcement, so the videographer didn't steal the footage and hide it secretly to obscure the reality of the murder. Lead investigator testified that their big tip came from Tyler Robinson turning himself in. So he did turn himself in. He wasn't found as some type of patsy. Access to the rooftop. Oh, by the way, he hasn't behaved like a patsy. We see how patsies behave. I mean, you know as a matter of fact that Lee Harvey Oswald is a patsy. Jack Ruby is also a patsy. You can see it in their behavior and in their testimony and in their outbursts. You can see it in how they exchanged with law enforcement. Tyler Robinson admitted to law enforcement that he did this, and then he's been laughing and sneering in court about it. He's happy about it. He's bragging about it. He's making a show. And he did so today, sneering once again and giggling in the face of the Kirk family. No remorse, just pure evil. Access to the rooftop is easy. The staircase is open to the public, and a small guardrail can be hopped over to gain entry to the gravel rooftop, so no Spider-Man ability necessary to get on the roof. The defense actually does have access to the state's discovery. They have filed 0 motions to compel because they're satisfied with the cooperation. So the state's turned over all the evidence. There's no grand conspiracy theory. No bullet casing on the roof. So what? Bolt-action rifles don't auto-eject casings. If one is fired, the casing was found inside of the rifle. 3 others, unfired rounds, and they also had Robinson's DNA on them. So this isn't some setup trying to frame Tyler Robinson. Tyler Robinson was laughing in court. So we're left with all the evidence presented today, or a mass conspiracy of Israel, Egypt, France, and the U.S. military, Charlie's former security, Erica Kirk, Cabot Phillips, Capital, FBI, ATF, Utah Police, the judge, the Turning Point USA, all in on the plot together without a shred of evidence. If you believe this, go to church. Humble yourself before God. Ask for wisdom. Reminder that Tyler Robinson texted his Troon boyfriend that he was going to return to the campus to try and get his gun back. If I'm able to grab my rifle, I will have left no evidence. I might have to abandon it. All right, I'm going to have to leave it. This really sucks because there were too many cops. And now the judge reacting to the high-definition footage of Charlie Kirk's murder.
Associated with it, the sound to be played as well. You may proceed.
We pray for justice here. Enough of this, enough evil. All that this has done, this fracturing the base, muddying the waters, conspiracy theories about who was really behind it, like all that this has done is redirect the righteous anger of the American people in unproductive and completely spurless ways that serves virtually no one and visits more pain upon the Kirk family and makes us a less safe country. It makes us a less safe movement because the actual perpetrators and the agents of left-wing violence and the unhinged ideologies that come forth from transgender ideology, radical identity ideology, that all of these things were given a pass. And we're not the focus of our rage, fury, and anger over the last few months. And instead, some of the worst actors got away with peddling nonsense and lunacy and preying on the weak minds, or the, I think actually more arguably, bored minds of predominantly bored women who have nothing better to do than to go off feelings and vibes and dreams about all of this. It's been a profound evil. Let's go to AI here. has been proven true about Candace Owens' theories about Charlie's death. Nothing has been proven true. Tyler Robinson is charged with Kirk's assassination. Evidence includes DNA, messages, confessions, his own confessions to the cops, his roommate, Discord, ballistics, and now a preponderance of video evidence of him at the murder scene. Candace Owens' theories remain unsubstantiated. They sparked lawsuits and criticisms. No charges or official findings support them. And so as you watch Charlie's family walk into the courthouse, please remember that all of this lunacy and speculation, unfounded in any evidence whatsoever, has only served to potentially liberate Charlie's murderer. This is the only service for this, to potentially set Charlie's murderer free because you've poisoned the minds of a jury or the American public. Enough. Enough. Hopefully this day in court ends the madness and we can have justice here. It's perfectly appropriate to ask questions. That's how you get to the truth. But when the truth is presented to you, to not accept it and to continue to violate a widow is against our religion as Christians. And so you should know them by their works. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Please pray for justice and for peace that surpasses all understanding for the Kirk family.